Good morning, people. Hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. I'm at my homestay in Ranchi. Just woke up, freshened up, and just got called over for breakfast. So we're gonna go down, grab ourselves some freshly made homely kind of breakfast, and then we're gonna venture out and try and figure out if we can rent a reasonable scooty around town, so that we can get around and start exploring the city of waterfalls, Ranchi. So let's get started. Let's get the fuel going and let's explore town. So made a few phone calls to the scooty rental agencies nearby. Found one that had two branches. One was very close to this homestay and spoke to them. So they say it's a 600 rupees a day rental for a 125cc, which is not bad, and 550 for a 110cc. But right now the scooties are booked and they would be available in like 1 to 2 hours. So I booked a cab and I'm headed to the rock garden first. There's also a dam nearby, so I'm going to explore that in the meantime. And then if we get the scooty for like half a day today, we're gonna grab it that way. Otherwise we're gonna do like a fresh booking tomorrow. So we'll see how things go. But for now, just waiting for my cab to head to the rock garden. So just made it inside the rock garden. So behind me is all the gardens. They don't allow using a camera here unless you pay 100 rupees extra charge, so using the phone. And it's pretty nice. There's a lake down there, so you can enjoy a nice view. And I think somewhere over there should be the access to the Kankan dam. That's also a spot to check out nearby. And this is the lush green garden, rock garden. Not really super impressive, but definitely worth a visit. It's just a 30 rupees entrance ticket and just a 20 minutes ride from the city, so it's not super far away. And I do see some boats down there, so probably this is also a nice boating spot. So let's take a view from there and then walk around the park a little bit. This is a swinging bridge, that's why it's side to side hanging bridge to cross over. I think they've made like a small creek down there, so you can use the bridge to cross over. I don't see much on the other side anyway, but I just came here for the views. And yeah, the sun's out and it's getting hot and humid again, so let's go find a shady path under the trees. Alright, so done exploring the rock garden. Sweating like crazy because it's extremely humid today. Spoke to the staff here about the dam and the Tagore Hill, and they say dam views are not any different from the views that you see here, because this is also up on a hill a little bit, and Tagore Hill isn't very well maintained and was closed up until a short while ago. And they say it's probably not worth it to go there, but instead go to the hill temple that I saw yesterday. And they say the steps are short in height, so you won't feel it as much, so it's very easy climb. So grab a auto for 20 rupees and get there is what they said. So thankfully I know the cost, so the auto drivers can't rip me off this time. We're going to go to the main road, and as you can see, this is also up on a hill, so the cab driver was a little bit kind and then he dropped me inside, because the location is actually the main gate, which is a little bit further away. So we're going to go down to the main gate and grab ourselves an auto and head over to the hill temple next. Probably the views from there should be nice. I was up on a nice hill. So that behind me is the access to the Pahari Mandir where we're going to begin the climb. I don't suppose I can vlog inside, so just taking a walk outside first to check out the views. And there are also a lot of shops around here that give you prasad and stuff for taking inside the temple. I did see a couple of other temples around as well, Shanidev temple and others, but I think I'm only going to go inside this one and then move to some other place. And you can also take prasad and stuff from here if you want. Let's go do the darshan and then see what else is there to explore. Still don't have any news from the scooty rental guy, so we're just gonna go spend time inside the temple. The people were right, the steps aren't very intense, so you easily get up to the top without even realizing that you're there. And it's the monsoon season, so it's a very auspicious time to be here and offer water and take the blessings from this is Shivling, Lord Shiva, so a lot of people were inside. I managed to go in twice. Once was very crowded, then they were cleaning, so I snuck in one more time, so I had a very nice darshan. Now we're gonna go out and find the next spot to explore. Alright, so back to base, grabbed my shoes and ready to move on. So I was looking around for places to check out. There are a couple of other parks, but it's very humid, so I don't feel like going to a park right now. The Mall of Ranchi is close by, so we're going to go there. And one thing interesting about the cops sitting up there right next to the temple, a very friendly bunch, at least the ones that I found today. They were saying that the temple might close for a little bit, for cleaning and stuff, for reopening because it's the monsoon season. So they do the dress up and cleaning for like 5-6 times a day. It's a very auspicious time. So they were saying like I could have come here a little bit sooner and would have had better darshan here. But the problem is I was haggling with the auto drivers and they were quoting 10x the price. I was given an estimate of 20-30 rupees by the locals, and then they were quoting like 150, 200 or random ridiculous prices. Even with the private reserved auto, it shouldn't be taking that much money, and in a sharing it shouldn't take more than 20-30 rupees. So I eventually grabbed a cab, got here in 100 rupees. At least it was air conditioned. So these guys were saying, yeah, okay, makes sense, they were overcharging you. And the auto drivers were actually lying about why they were charging so much. They're saying that the cops have blocked up some parts and there are diversions and stuff, but there was nothing like that. The entire route was open, as I saw from the cab. So anyway, so now we're going to go inside Mall of Ranchi and walk around in some air conditioned complex for a little bit. Did some intense, well, not so intense, but some fun trekking for today, now to cool off a little bit.
A few inches later.
Alright, so after a nice and sweaty half an hour walk back to base, back in my room. Didn't rain while I was walking, but probably it started raining now, so I got back just in time. And the mall was okay, had a lot of high-end stores and food joints and cinema, like a typical mall, so didn't vlog much. I was sitting there in the food court trying to figure out where to go next. There were one or two temples that I was interested in, like the Jagannath temple and the Sun temple within the 10-15 kilometer radius of the city center downtown that I was trying to explore today, but they were all closed until 4 p.m. so there was no point going there and spending 2-3 hours in the mall, so I decided to just walk on back to the homestay and rest up in the room. So gonna end this vlog here, I guess. This is so I did the lake yesterday already, so these are the points typically that you're going to find within the downtown, let's say 10-15 kilometer radius, and then tomorrow onwards, if we get the scooty rental in time, the guy did say that tomorrow I can get it in the morning, so if we do get it in time and if the weather is okay, then we're going to head out to start exploring the waterfalls. After all, this is known as the city of waterfalls, but most of them are in 30-40 kilometer radius, so we're going to start doing that tomorrow, so more like a day trip and some other viewpoints along the way. So until then, this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off. See you again the next time.